Hello, welcome to Real Talk, No Edits. I'm Kiesha. And before we even get into it, I just want to say this isn't polished, this isn't rehearsed. This is one of those conversations where I'm kind of just talking through it. So if I pause, if I sigh, if I stumble a little, that's real life. And that's the point. All right, before we keep going, let's take a quick break for a message from our sponsor. Have you ever wished you could get your life together in one simple step? Well, now you can with Glow Up Daily Planner. It's the perfect planner to help you organize your day, set your goals, and stay focused on what matters most. Whether you're trying to improve your relationships, your career, or your mindset, the Glow Up Daily Planner keeps you on track. It's simple, stylish, and made for people who are ready to level up. And for everyone listening, Glow Up Daily Planner is coming soon, so keep your eyes open for the drop. All right, let's get back to the conversation. Today, I want to talk about something a lot of people don't like to admit out loud. Why so many of us end up with the wrong person simply because we're afraid to be alone. And yeah, I've been there. See, nobody really plans to be with the wrong person. You don't wake up and say, yeah, today I'm going to choose someone I don't even like that. That's not how it happens. It happens quietly, slowly, out of fear. Fear of empty rooms, fear of silence, fear of having to sit by yourself. A lot of people stay because being alone feels scarier than being unhappy. And I know that because, honestly, that's exactly what I did. I was with someone I couldn't stand, and that sounds harsh, but I'm just being honest. He didn't do anything wrong, let me be clear about that. He showed up. The sex was good. He tried. He was present. But something in me was irritated all the time. Everything he did felt exhausting. His voice annoyed me. His presence felt like too much. And for a long time, I thought that made me a bad person. But the truth is, it wasn't about him. It was about me being empty and expecting another human being to fix that. And that never works. I stayed because I didn't want to be alone. Not because I loved him deeply. Not because we were aligned. I stayed because I was scared of going home to silence. I stayed because I didn't trust myself enough to be by myself. And if I'm really being honest, a lot of that came from my childhood. I grew up in a home filled with violence, loud arguments, fear, unpredictability, love mixed with pain. And when you're raised in that kind of environment, your nervous system gets used to chaos. So calm feels unfamiliar. Peace feels boring. And being alone feels unsafe. Nobody really tells you that part. I learned early on that love meant tension, that relationships meant walking on eggshells. So when I became an adult, I didn't know how to choose peace. I chose what felt familiar, even if it didn't feel good. So when I was finally with someone who wasn't violent, who wasn't loud, who wasn't chaotic, I still felt unsettled because my body didn't recognize safety, it recognized survival. Whew, and that's a hard truth to sit with. I had to admit something to myself that was really uncomfortable. I wasn't lonely because I was alone. I was lonely because I didn't know myself. I didn't like sitting with my thoughts. I didn't like feeling my feelings. I didn't like the quiet because the quiet forced me to face the parts of me that I hadn't healed. So I used relationships as noise. And maybe that's you too. Maybe you're with someone right now and you can't quite explain why you're irritated all the time, why their presence feels overwhelming, why you feel trapped but guilty for feeling that way. It doesn't mean you're evil. It means something inside you needs attention, and no partner can give you that. I had to learn, slowly, that being alone isn't a punishment, it's an invitation to heal, to unlearn survival,
to figure out who you are without an audience, without validation, without noise. And listen, I know that's scary. I know it feels uncomfortable. But staying with the wrong person just to avoid being alone will cost you your peace every single time. So if this episode hit a nerve, sit with that. Don't rush to replace anyone. Just breathe, because being alone for a moment is safer than losing yourself with the wrong person. Because the moment you stop being afraid to be alone is the moment you stop choosing the wrong people. This is Real Talk, No Edits. I'm Kiesha, and thanks for joining me today. Before closing out, new episodes drop every Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, now on Spotify and coming soon to all major platforms. Take care.